Well, new WMUR Granite State poll numbers show that the majority of New Hampshire residents approve of the job that Maggie Hassan is doing as governor. A year and a half before the 2016 election, she would have to be considered a favorite for a third term. But what if she decides not to run again? WMUR Political Director Josh McElveen has a look at some of the numbers.
Well, from multiple defeats of a casino bill to a little momentum yet for a commuter rail project, Governor Hassan really hasn't had a big signature win to call her own up at the State House in Concord. But at the same time, she's also managed to avoid any real bad press, and it seems overall New Hampshire is pleased with her time in Concord so far.
Governor Hassan is actually doing quite well. Currently, her job approval rating is high. It's actually bumping up a little bit.
In fact, by a better than 2-to-1 margin, New Hampshire residents seem to think that Governor Maggie Hassan is doing a pretty good job. And it doesn't hurt that when it comes to net favorability, her head is well above water at plus 36%.
If she were to choose to run for governor again in 2016, she's really in an excellent position to run again.
But should Hassan decide to forego a run for a third term in favor of a possible U.S. Senate bid against incumbent Kelly Ayotte, the open seat at the State House becomes, well, wide open. Republican Executive Counselor Chris Sununu is a likely candidate, and he matches up well with other names mentioned in the Democratic field, including head-to-head matchups against fellow executive counselors Chris Pappas and Colin Van Osteren. But a year and a half before the election, the reality is none in the potential field outside of the incumbent governor really has much in the way of name ID.
It's really a wide open field between a lot of candidates who've not defined themselves to the people in the state. It's really important to know that even these guys who are executive counselors are still largely unknown, even within their executive council districts.
Well, tomorrow we're going to take a look once again at Maggie Hassan, but this time in the context of how she would fare in a head-to-head Senate matchup against the popular Republican Kelly Ayotte. As always, for a deeper look in the latest numbers, they can be found at WMUR.com. Reporting live, Josh McElveen, WMUR News 9.